it's partly symbolic, I guess, attacking the wine industry. But the French are very important wine-producing country for the Chinese market.
And this is not the first time this has happened. I was looking at some old reports, and apparently threatening Europe's wine industry during a trade dispute is one of the oldest tricks in the book. I mean, the US tried to do it over EU farm subsidies. I think it was back in 1992, and that was the negotiators quickly got back to the table and resolved the issue.
Yeah, I think the agricultural lobby in the EU is obviously very, very powerful, and they'll get straight onto this as well, and I'm sure they'll clear it before it becomes too much of a problem.
Well, that's interesting, because let's say it does become a problem. You've got to say that China, for all sectors, but again for wine, they're drinking more of the stuff. So China is the future market for wine producers, and quite possibly European wine producers. So if a tariff was imposed, what impact would that have?
Well, everyone's interested in China, like in most industries, I suppose, but they've increased consumption by 200% in the last 5 years or so. So it's really growing where other markets are stagnant or falling. So everyone's looking at it, and what would happen if the EU had this tax disadvantage would be that immediately sales of EU wine should go down, because obviously the competitor countries which won't be part of this tax will have an advantage, and that will have an immediate impact on sales, and then also a longer-term impact, because people will begin to get used to not drinking French wines, Bordeaux in particular, because we're really talking Bordeaux because, frankly, France is by far the biggest exporter into China. Most of that is Bordeaux, and almost all of that Bordeaux red, and that will be a big impact on that region for sure.